Assalamualaikum. Our group has been assigned to help two entrepreneurs in Kampung Bukit Senggeh, Melaka, which is Encik Rosli, who is a puyuh entrepreneur, while the other is kolam ikan entrepreneur Sarjan Sabtu. Both of these entrepreneurs are ex-military. Encik Rosli has been running this business since March last year, while Sarjan Sabtu has run several other businesses such as the canopy business apart from raising fish pond. The first visit to the entrepreneur location is on 18 May 2022. The purpose of this first visit is to identify the issues faced by each entrepreneur. The first entrepreneur we spoke to was Mr. Rosli. Here, we have conducted an interview to get information about the problems he is facing, and we have made observation in the environment of his livestock so that it can help us to provide the best solution based on the current situation. After that, we went to the Sarjan Sabtu house, which is the operator of the fish pond. The same method is also carried out to obtain important information for the purpose of improvement that can have been given during the second meeting later. Those issues will be detailed by the next presenter.
Based on our observation during the visit to the breeding area and the information sharing from Mr. Rosli, we found that the current situation of the breeding area is not strategic in terms of the arrangements of the quail's house, and the area is quite covered with bushes. According to Mr. Rosli, his reason for the problem is because he wants to prevent his livestock from being targeted by wild animals such as dogs, wild boars, and others, because if he cleans the surrounding, the wild animals will easily know the whereabouts of his livestock. Following Mr. Rosli's ideas of wanting to increase the production of his quail stock so that if customers want to buy from him, the stock is always available. Therefore, a strategic arrangement of breeding grounds needs to be done. Mr. Rosli's business is only known to the local community. Therefore, he has no systematic system or formalities in terms of management of this business, such as no business card, stickers for packaging, and business signage. If he wants to market abroad, he needs to emphasize these things because it is important for the customer knowledge about the existence of this business. Based on the interview session, Mr. Rosli is not confident to sell quails that have been frozen processed because most customers around him prefer fresh quail in their process. For example, if a customer wants to get stock on Tuesday afternoon, Mr. Rosli will process the quail a few hours before the customer comes to pick it up. If this business wants to expand out of the states, this will be a problem. The issue that we identified throughout our observation during the trip and interview with the owner of this business, Mr. Sarjan Sabtu, there are no sufficient and safe facility at the fish pond area. We had to cross a large drain by just walking on two bridge stakes made of cement with limited stepping space and no holder space for we to grab while stepping it. We crossed it very carefully to avoid falling into the drain. The safety while being there, especially when wanting to cross the drain, is very worrying. Besides that, when the first time we have arrived there, we cannot be able to see any official branding like business logo and signage at the place where it should be there. We barely to identify what is this place. There was not any name of the business. And finally, what the issues we identified is there is not any interesting attraction activity apart from animal husbandry activities such as raising goats, cows, and chicken that sharing the same place for the fish pond area. There is no activity that can attract more visitors to come to that site.
The problem-solving presentation session was done at the second meeting, which was on 6 July 2022, which is in Wednesday. This idea proposal is made based on the problem or issue that have been identified during the issue identification session, which is at the first meeting of the day. At this second meeting, we had the opportunity to present to Mr. Rusli directly face to face because he was present, while Sergeant Sabtu was unable to attend due to the unavoidable problems. Therefore, all the solution we have provided, we have given to him in the form of recording so that he can easily make a reference. We start with a proposal to Mr. Rusli. We have prepared 5 recommendations, 5 best recommendations for him. The first is related to the branding of his business. The second is the vacuum concept for frozen food, frozen product. The third one is to make his quill product one of the menus at his restaurant. And the next, providing the fence system to keep his livestock, and the most important is more organized landscape. More information will be presented by other members.
Mr. Rusli should provide a business card and business signage, complete with important information such as name, address, contact phone number, type of product service offered, social media use as a marketing medium, and others. This is to make it easier for customer to deal and give a professional impression as a business owner. In addition, the use of an attractive logo and complete information on the sticker used on the packaging is essential so that customer can deal easily while attracting new customer. This is the official logo that we have designed together to become the logo of business that Mr. Rusli can be proud of. In this logo, there is a quail symbol that shows the background of the business that focus on quail breeding. This is the suggested business card design for the Mr. Rusli business. This design is look like something fresh and nature that can be come out from the business. And lastly, this is the business signage suggested design for this business. Whoever that passing by his business place will possibly notice about this signage. With the uses of attractive color and a huge business name there, it could be one of the successful strategies to acknowledge the potential customers.
Next is vacuum concept for frozen quail. For the vacuum, there are 3 types of vacuum that we found on Shopee. The first vacuum sealing photo is from 5-Star Home Pro. It is the cheapest vacuum that we found in the Shopee website. The price for this vacuum is Rp29.90. If Mr. Rusli wanted to buy it, he can get 10 vacuum sealing bags for free. This vacuum is ready stock in Malaysia, so Mr. Rusli just need to add to cart and order it online. This machine only has one color, which is black. The seller has sold 6.2 thousands of this machine, and the seller got 4.9 out of 5 for rating. The second vacuum sealing is from Vacuum Sealer Station. It costs Rp282, which is the most expensive vacuum sealing, but the price is affordable. This machine is from China, but the seller shipped the product from Selangor. This machine rating is 4.9 out of 5. The seller has sold 725 of this machine. There are 2 types of color that Mr. Rusli can choose, which are black and blue. The warranty duration for this product is 12 months, and it is the supplier warranty. User of this product can use different types of bags. Lastly is vacuum sealing from Vortex. This machine comes with weight scale, so the user of this machine can weigh the food before seal it. The price for this machine is Rp194. The scale measurement is gram, kilogram, pound, and ounce. If Mr. Rusli wanted to buy this machine, he can get free vacuum bag. The seller has sold 409 of this machine, and this machine has 4.9 rating out of 5. This slide is about types of menus that Mr. Rusli can use for quail business. Firstly is Puyo Goreng Berempah. To make this dish, Mr. Rusli need to grind all the ingredients at the left side of the slide. Then, smear it all over the quill. After that, Mr. Rusli need to fry the quill with the curry leaves until it cooks on both sides. The second menu is puyuh goreng halal. To make this dish, Mr. Rusli need to cut the quill into 4, then mix the quill with the turmeric powder, salt and pepper. After that, he needs to fry the quill half cooked. Then he needs to fry the chopped garlic and ginger with the quill. Third menu is puyuh masak merah. Mr. Rusli needs to mix the cut quill with salt and turmeric. Then fry it until it almost cooked. Then he needs to fry the onion until it crisp and also fry the ground ingredient. Then he needs to add the chili, lemongrass, salt and sugar. Stir it until it dry. Then he needs to add chili sauce and tamarind water. After that, add the quill and leave it until it cooks. And it's done.
From the picture, it shows a fan system for quill to Mr. Rusli. A fan system for quill is used to prevent wild animals such as wild boar and fox. For this fan system as well, there are two materials used, namely wire mesh and pellet wood. These two materials can be easy to find, and Mr. Rusli can DIY for himself. Why we choose this material is because it is low budget and the quality is better than other type of wood, which is more expensive for Mr. Rusli to buy. After that, from the first picture, we can see how the fence is to be installed. For the mesh wire can be installed with the wood that can be nailed or with the iron rods. Fan system that we see at Mr. Rusli is estimated 20 feet times 20 feet. For the second picture, the material mentioned earlier, which is wire mesh and pellet wood, can be used to make quail cages and their eggs. Quantity that's suitable for Mr. Rusli quail cage is minimum 4. Quail cage that we can see from the picture is easy to make like a drawer and can measure for how long and the height according Mr. Rusli choice. For the quail fence, there are two materials can be used and can be found in the shopping store to facilitate the purchase and save time for Mr. Rusli. The first material is hexagon wire mesh. It can be purchased at the store called F-Shard Ware from the Selangor. It has two sizes, which are 1 inch and half an inch, and for the height is 3 inches. One purchase of a long mesh wire measuring is 18 meters plus minus. The estimate for the price of this wire is from 39 ringgit to 40 ringgit. The second material can be purchased at the Shopee store, also called Pellet Expert in Melaka. The suitable size can be used for quail fence is 1 inch and the price is from 1 ringgit to 6 ringgit. There are various lengths, which is 300, 600, 900, 1200, 1500 and 1800 millimeters. For the manufacturer of quail cage, the material used are the same, but wood can be seen in the picture. There are also tables for the size and the length of pellet wood that Mr. Rusli can choose. For the quail cage is suitable for 1.5 inches and 2 inches sizes, which is more large. If you use small size, the strength for quail is not strong enough to protect the eggs and the young quail to grow and avoid external factor. The estimate price is from 6 ringgit 70 cent to 20 ringgit 30 cent. Wire mesh for the construction of quail cage can be purchased from the same store also, which is F-Shardware. Mr. Roosli can buy these two materials from this store because many previous customers make a good review, and their shipping also fast, which is within less than a week. And the store is not in other country, which is more time to receive. So Mr. Roosli can just click and buy rather than buy in physical store, which is always sell at expensive price. For a more strategic landscape for quail, we can divide it into three parts. Quail cage is to facilitate better for the quail growth and does not mix with the eggs, baby quails and magic quails. With the construction of quail can also avoid external damage from rain and infection. From the picture, this landscape has three stages. This first stages is yellow color, is for the quail chicks and quail eggs to grow for 6 weeks. The first stage can be loaded with 4 cages or more according to Mr. Roosli's choice. For stage 2, which is orange, quail chicks that have grown more than 6 weeks can be placed in the second room. Quail for the second stage are suitable for the sale and the processing. The last stage, which is the third stage, is a blue color. It is for unsold quail. It can avoid marketable and unmarketable quail.
Next is the recommendation given to Sergeant Sabtu in relation to his business. There are 3 ideas we suggest, which are business branding, facility improvement and activity implementation.
Sabtu should business signage complete with important information such as name, address, contact phone number, type of product or service offered, social media used as a marketing medium, and others. This is to make it easier for customers to deal and give a professional image impression as a business owner. In addition, the use of an attractive logo and complete information on the business signage to easily while attracting new customer. This is the business signage suggested design for this business. Whoever that passing by his business place will possibly notice about this signage. With the usage of attractive color and a huge business name there, it could be one of the successful strategies to acknowledge the potential. This is also the official logo that we have designed together to become the logo of business for Sergeant Sabtu. In this logo, there is a fish symbol that shows the background of the business that focuses on fish pond. Next, on facilities improvement. Based on what we saw, Sergeant Sabtu should provide chairs surrounding the pond area. The pond area has a great view of green sceneries, and it will be a waste if there is no resting area for customers who visited the area. Next, Sergeant Sabtu should also build a bridge to cross the large stream for the safeness and convenience for both the business and customer. The last solution is implement activities. First off, we suggest that Sergeant Sabtu to collaborate with UiTM Jasin by to provide workshop for students of aquaculture program. The workshop consists of field trips for real exposure for the environment for 2 days. This workshop exposes students to management and care in order to attract students' interest in the field of fisheries. The next activity is fishing competition. The proposal that we would like to propose is every participants have to pay 40 ringgit per rod, and the competition will be held once a year. We also propose that this competition to be managed by UiTM Jasin students who involved in the workshop. In conclusion, we hope that our suggestion for both business owner Mr. Roosli and Sergeant Sabtu will help improve their business in the future.
Before we end this presentation, this was the feedback we got directly from Mr. Rosli related to the ideas and presentation we gave to him. Let's watch it.
Okay, Assalamualaikum Encik Rosli. Kami nak minta sedikit pandangan daripada Encik Rosli berkaitan dengan persembahan lah, pembentangan kami berkaitan dengan sebelum masalah yang kami kenal pasti sebelum ni perjumpaan pertama, dan kemudian berkenaan dengan feedback yang untuk hari ini berdasarkan pengalaman jujur lah Encik Rosli berkaitan dengan apa yang kami bentangkan idea kami.
Pada mula kami datang, pada mula yang datang hari tu pada hari apa yang saya lupa hari tu, tapi bila saya datang tu saya fikirkan benda ni macam saja-saja je nak datang untuk belajar kan, tetapi bila saya dah fikirkan banyak kebaikan dia, macam ni contohlah kan, yang paling dah cantik lah saya kata, yang sesuatu yang baru bagi saya untuk kita menaikkan lagi saya punya ni kan, puyuh ni motivasi ke apa, Alhamdulillah lah. Dan saya kata terima kasih banyak kepada korang semua, kerana saya pun terasa apa,
Terima kasih lah sebab Encik Rosli
sudi. Saya rasa lain macam rasa kan.
Terima kasih sebab sudi. Terima kasih sebab sudi. Lepas tu berdasarkan ada 10 bintang, Encik Rosli nak bagi bawah bintang.
Boleh ambil 9 lah.
9. Terima kasih Encik Rosli. Nanti kami akan bantulah dari segi apa-apa, nama baikan kami akan bantulah dari semasa ke semasa. Okay, Encik Rosli, terima kasih.
Terima kasih Encik Rosli.